Good evening, beautiful souls. I'm your guide, Arron, to the Spiritual Paranormal Podcast. Thank you for joining me on this journey. I am hoping to bring light and love to the spiritual side of paranormal and bring the fun side to paranormal. So, let's get through some housekeeping tips just so you guys are aware. My first rule is be kind to one another. We might not agree on everything. Religions might disagree and tend to disagree on the spiritual and paranormal. But I can come to one conclusion. They're there. So, first rule, please be kind to one another, especially in the comments or when you're writing one another. Second, my socials are going to be down below if you're watching this on YouTube. I only have a couple, so please only follow those. If you get a message from someone else, please don't go on any other format of Zynga or Signal or something of that sort. They're just looking for money. I will never ask for money. I will never ask for cards. If there is a donation or anything, it will be in this video or down in my links. Thirdly, let's take a breath. Let's take a breath. What a beautiful journey we're going to endure here together. Taking the time to just take that breath to get ready for what we're going to start on. Now that we've done those housekeeping tips, let's just take it. Let's go. I mean, you never know who or what is watching. So, the reason I wanted to do this is I've had a lot of experiences happening to me recently that has triggered some stuff from my past. And I really felt like I needed to share this with other people. But I'm kind of going to go over my name origin so people can understand that. And this will be the only time I explain it. So I'll reference back to this podcast. My name is spelled Arron, and it's Arron. Very, very interesting story. Kind of funny. I have to tell it all the time. But my dad wanted his firstborn with the letter A. My mom loved Ireland and all this stuff, and she wanted to name her first girl Arron. So they compromised. So I've had everything from Mr. Kunkel all the way down to, why did your parents name you that? So that is my origin story for my name. Born female, always been female. So that's just that, to clear that up. And then secondly, starting off with that, it's been a very interesting journey in life. I was born in Idaho to two lovely parents, and when the vaccines came out, and I'm not against vaccines, I'll be quite honest with you, I went and had a whooping cough vaccine when I was about 2-3 months, I think. I'm not quite sure. The story that gets told is that I got the whooping cough shot, and an hour later I was blue. I was unresponsive, and everything came out from that. I guess I'm still supposed to be around here. And then it was just a really shaken up experience for my parents, and I think that's what started me on this journey. I know I was just a baby, but oh my goodness, it was just one of those things. And then I guess the reason I got into paranormal is when I was about 14, 15, when I was 14, 15, my grandfather on my dad's, so my dad's dad was passing away from an aneurysm. I did not want to go in. I'll be quite honest with you. we get an opportunity every so often when someone dies, you can go in and, except for COVID, go in and say goodbye to a loved one. I had that opportunity. I got to the door, and my grandfather, who was all like tubes and everything, his stepwife was off to the side. My dad and my mom went in, but over to the right-hand side as I was entering the door, there were 3 gentlemen in black suits. I got kind of scared because obviously no one else saw them. No one else had that, oh my gosh, there's someone else in the room. I left immediately. I didn't know how to explain it or anything like that. Went and sat in this empty waiting room, and all of a sudden a figure kind of comes by, and I was like, okay, I'm not really going to talk to anybody because I just saw this, and I'm just like this. And he came and sat down right next to me. And this is where it becomes a little bit more personal for me. I heard my name, and I turned, and it was my grandfather. Now, oh my gosh, people are going to say, oh, you're crazy, you're this, you're that. No, my grandfather actually sat down next to me. Even though he was in the bed, his body was back there. Sat right now next to me and was like, Arron, don't worry about it. You have a gift. Please don't, be careful who you share it with. You never know what's going to happen. And then he told me good luck, and before I could say anything, he was gone. That lives with me for a while. And then I got ready to go off to college, and I was about 18, and my grandma died, my mom's mom. And we had that opportunity to go back in and, say goodbye to that loved one. And I walked in, and there was my mom, and I went to go say goodbye to my grandma at that time, and I looked up, and down at her feet was her mom. Now, I had not met her. I think I was about 2 or 3 when she had died, but she was rubbing her feet and saying, hey, you ready to come home? You ready to come home? I looked across from the other side of the bed, and there were 2 figures, and the nurse came in and walked right through them, looking at our genealogy that we keep. It was actually my great-grandparents. So after that, I kind of told, no one about it, because I was like, everyone's going to label me this crazy person because I see these things. And so I kind of keep my mouth shut about things, but I felt like it was time to share and let people know that there is another side to everything. And I want everyone that is different and special and all that other stuff not to be worried about those kind of things. The reason I only share these 2 experiences, I have other experiences, but we'll share them along the way of this podcast depending on how it goes. The reason I share these is because I want you to get to know me, I want to get to know you, and the way we go with things. So definitely, I'll claim I'm not a medium. I can see things that other people can't see. Not a medium. I'm not, I don't contact the spirits. They contact me. Just wanted to share a couple of stories to kind of talk about the paranormal, because I don't think a lot of people understand what happens when we die, or how energy is stored in areas and stuff like that. So I'm hoping through this podcast, we'll definitely have that chance to talk together and have that conversation. I know this is very short, but I feel like I can share things with you guys, and hopefully we can grow a community together. I am definitely a big paranormal person. I watch a lot of that stuff, and definitely study a lot of spirituality. So I've studied everything from Judaism all the way to Christianity, some pagans. I even had a college professor. That's shamanism. That's all he would talk about when we were studying things, is he was a big shaman. So I definitely have a lot of influence in my life, but I definitely want to share and encourage other people to share their experiences, either if it's with the dead or, just whatever. I want everyone to feel comfortable. But that is my story. I'm going to keep it short. Check me out on Instagram and TikTok, and I don't know about Facebook yet. But Instagram and TikTok definitely is there. And then this YouTube channel. I really hope you have a blessed day. You guys are beautiful souls. And I hope that we can grow this podcast together. Thank you.